felt safe or deeply loved even though no one was around? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you the exact signs that your twin flame is sending you love, even if they're silent or they're distant or you haven't actually spoken in months, because this connection, again, transcends time, distance, and logic. You are entangled at the quantum level. So if you're feeling these signs, if you're feeling like you're suddenly loved or you suddenly feel like the warm sensation, it means your twin flame is sending you love and they're thinking about you right now, but you need to realize this one thing that I'm going to share with you in this video. And when they send you this love, your energy field feels it, whether your mind realizes it or not. So you'll want to watch this because when you do know these signs, you're going to stop doubting the connection and you'll start trusting what's actually happening behind the scenes, the things that you can't see. You'll feel less crazy, less stressed, less, anxious and more grounded. You'll feel more open to receiving the love they're trying to send you. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kai, I'm one half of Twin Flame Guides. And what I discovered is that there are these clear, repeatable patterns that happen when your twin flame is thinking of you with love, even if they're not saying anything physically in the real world, even if they're not messaging you, for example. So what does a sudden wave of peace have to do with telepathic love? I'm going to show you, but first let's just look at the most obvious overlooked sign here, which is sign number 1, and that is you feel a wave of calm or love for no reason. You could just be sitting there, driving, washing dishes, laying in bed, and suddenly you feel this kind of soft, safe warmth feeling in your body. You feel seen, you feel whole, and you feel loved. That's not random. Okay, that's actually a telepathic emotional imprint. This happens when your twin flame is thinking of you with tenderness or when they're missing you. And because your energy fields are entangled, you pick up these emotional broadcasts from them in real time. So the love signal arrives without words, but your nervous system feels it instantly. Sign number 2 is that you have a sudden memory or flash of their smile, their laugh, or their voice. And this can happen even if you've not met them, by the way. You could just randomly get this flash of someone smiling or laughing, or an energy of something like suddenly being happy like that. And it makes you feel loved. Now, this is not just remembering your twin flame. This is actually receiving a feeling that lights you up from the inside. It's your emotional resonance. And this happens when your twin flame is focusing on a loving memory of you or on the concept of you, or they're just missing you or thinking about you in general. Now, if you have felt this, comment "I have felt this" down below if this has ever happened to you. Sign 3 is angel numbers combined with a kind of like a warm body sensation. This could be if you see 111, 222, 555, quadruple 2, the different angel numbers, they're one thing, okay? But if you see them at the exact same time as like a warm feeling in your chest, a tingling in your spine, or just a gentle feeling of love, that is more than a coincidence. That's more than just angel numbers. That is actually confirmation that your twin flame is thinking about you, and they're thinking in a very fond way about you. The number is really just to catch your attention. The number, when you see the angel number, it's really just like a sign that you're on the right track, but then the feeling of feeling loved, the warm feeling, the tingling, the pins and needles, is the confirmation that they're actually thinking about you at that time. Sign number 4 is if you have dreams where they don't speak, they don't say any words, but you wake up feeling loved. So look, some twin flame dreams are confusing. Some are intense, but some dreams are actually quiet and quite subtle. And so you don't always remember what they said because, again, the words, they're transient. Words can mean different things, but a lot of what we say, a lot of what we mean, we say without words. It's been said that something like over half of the language, of the messages that we say and the communication that happens between people is non-verbal, meaning it's not about the words, it's the energy, the body language, the intention. So look, you don't always remember what was said, but you wake up feeling calm and loved. That is an energetic connection. That's an energetic visit from your twin flame. And that's their higher self making contact with your higher self in the astral plane. And that's what it's for. That's what it does. So if you wake up from a dream and your heart is at peace, then they sent love. Sign number 5 is if you feel more beautiful, more confident or grounded, but you didn't change anything externally. There's no reason for you to be feeling extra beautiful or extra confident, then that's a good sign that your twin flame is sending you love. They're thinking about you. And this is quite subtle, but it is powerful. If you look in the mirror and you feel good, if you walk into a room and you feel present or whole, and you don't know why, like there's no reasonable explanation of why you feel better than usual, it's almost like someone is silently giving you energy. Someone is silently boosting you. And that's exactly what it is. Your twin flame is sending you love, and it literally strengthens your aura. It strengthens your energetic field so that you feel more centered in your body, more connected. You remember who you are. And this sense of self, this is not coming from your ego or your mind. This is coming from your soul. And that's what really makes it something you can trust, something that's powerful here. Sign number 6 is if you get kind of heart flutters or pressure without the anxiety that might normally come with those feelings. So you're actually feeling calm and grounded. You're not feeling stressed or triggered. But if you suddenly feel your heart skip or expand, and it's not in like a panicky or a fearful way, then that is a really good sign that it's your twin flame, right? They're sending you, and it's basically your heart chakra responding to the energy that they're sending you, the incoming love energy. And it's really quite a beautiful thing. It really is an amazing feeling when that does happen. And so it's because the twin flame bond activates the heart field more than any other connection. It really opens up the heart chakra. So when they send love, when they think about you in a positive way, your body responds physically. And if you stay present for just 30 seconds during that, then the connection is really strong. So what a lot of people might do is they would feel, the heart flutters, the pressure, whatever, feel their heart expand, and they would just go into their mind straight away. They'd start thinking about, I wonder why that's happening. Or they'd they'd get distracted and the feeling's gone, right? But if you stay with it for 30 seconds, you actually feel the wave of energy pass through you fully. And you really can build a strong connection with your twin flame by doing that. Sign number 7 is if you feel called to forgive them or yourself more than usual, or just in a genuine, effortless way. And this is a big one. You're not trying to let go or detach as such. If you just feel peaceful, if you just feel a sense of acceptance, not in a logical way, but in a kind of like an inner knowing way, like from your soul, that is a good sign. And this is often because they're sending you love as a form of like an apology, a reconciliation. Maybe they're forgiving you for whatever various things, or healing. And so their conscious brain or their conscious mind might not even realize they're doing this. So your twin flame might actually be sending you this energy without even knowing it themselves. But the love is real, the connection is real, and then the heart responds to this energy. You don't necessarily know why this happens. By the way, comment forgiveness if this has ever happened to you, or just share a little bit about your story down below. Sign number 8. Your solar plexus feels warm and open. So slightly different to the heart chakra. Solar plexus is obviously a different chakra in a different area. So if it feels warm and open, that's a good sign. Most people think that love is only felt in the heart, but it's not. It actually can be felt in various different places. And so true soul level love, especially twin flame love, can anchor in the solar plexus as well. So it's the space just below your rib cage where power, confidence, trust, it's where you have a sense of safety. These things live there. And so when your twin flame sends love, you feel safe in your body. You trust life more. You relax into your life and into your body. And that's your system just aligning with their love energy. Sign number 9. You feel inspired to do something kind for yourself. You decide to take care of yourself in some way. Maybe it's that you decide to go for a walk, you start cooking, you clean your room, you stretch, you breathe. And it's not in a forced way. It's not in a sense of you're telling yourself, I have to go for a walk, or I have to clean my room. It's more that you just get inspired to do it. It feels good to do these things now. You suddenly get the urge, the exciting urge that, tonight I'm just going to cook a really beautiful dish for myself. I'm going to light some candles, and I'm just going to have a nice, relaxing evening and just, take care of myself. That is your self-love being reactivated. A lot of us are detached from our self-love. We don't show ourselves enough love. But When your twin flame is thinking about you, when they're sending you that love, that energy, it reactivates that self-love, because again, your twin flame is you. You are your twin flame. If you're the same soul, what one of you does, or what you do, will affect the other person, the other twin flame. So, sign number 10 is a gentle, kind of like an inner knowing that they still love you and they always love you, even when the evidence might say otherwise. This one is it's not a logical thing, because your mind, your ego might say they've moved on. And again, this applies mainly if you've met them and you've separated, or you're in the separation stage. Doesn't apply so much if you have not met them yet, but just stick with me here, it will all make sense. So this sign defies logic, because your mind and your ego might say it's over, but deep down you have this deeper inner knowing that it's not over and you are still connected and things will all work out. So that knowing, that sense of knowing, is basically their love speaking through your body. It's not wishful thinking. It's not like you're just making it up. It's actually the vibration of love traveling through the cord that links your souls. So let's answer one big question. Why would your twin flame send you love if you're not together? Because love is not limited by form. It's not a logical 3D construct. Love is essentially limitless. It's basically an unlimited energy. And because love is who you are at the soul level, it can't be constricted, it can't be restricted in the way that other energy can. So in the physical world, it might look like you're separated, but that's just on the top surface layer. It's really much like if you imagine the waves on the top of the ocean. An individual wave might crash and disappear, and then another wave will appear, right? But it's not like the water went anywhere. It's the same water. It's always been connected. It's always there as the same one thing. It's just manifesting in a slightly different form, right? So like the waves, one wave is different to another wave and they come and go, but the ocean is the same. You're still ultimately always connected at the soul level. You're never actually separate. So that's really what it comes down to. And, again, we do go into more detail about this in this really big YouTube video that we made, which you can click there's a link in the description where you can check that out. But that's it, be kind to yourself, and we'll see you in the next video.